Hey, ladies and gentlemen from English Grammar 1. How are you? Listen, in today's class, we're going to talk about pets. Okay, we're going to be talking about pets. And this is my pet. So for that reason, he's here right now, you see, introducing the class with everybody, all right? Hi, Bobby. Hi, Bobby. This is my bulldog. If you probably didn't know him, this is Bobby. And as you can see on the part of the readings, we are going to start talking a little bit about animals, about how we as human beings cause different animals to do something. But we are going to focus specifically on these verbs. We have approximately, about 6 verbs that we have to use in today's class. Obviously, we have to use them with a specific structure, okay? Eventually, we will be able to see the different structures that we use for these verbs in order to talk about somebody or an animal to do something when we want to help an animal or a person or, whatever to do something. And when we, let me see what else. There's approximately 3 usages that we give to this part, but pretty much would be the verbs make, have, let, get. Pretty much those are some of the verbs that we're going to be using in today's class. So I'm going to ask you to please go to the part of the material that you have. I already made a scan for you, so it should be that material on the part of the group. It's already attached there. And teachers, I have to tell you that actually this is something that I guess no one was expecting. I consider that this was probably the best way of reaching into your houses, of reaching into your dorms, in the case of Jaisel. So if you have any doubt, please let me know, okay? I will have the books with me, and I will be ready just to probably answer any question or any extra doubt that you might have. But hopefully we'll be able to understand with this part. Okay, first of all, let's go ahead into this part of the presentation, and we have basically, as I told you, 3 main functions. And let me divide them like this. The verbs make, have, and get. Why do we use these verbs for? We use them for specifically talking about things that causes a person or an animal to do something. Now we have the part of let, when we allow a person or when we allow probably an animal to do something. And we will eventually go into the part of this structure. And finally, we have the part of help, which is when you are very helpful, you're very useful. And when you help somebody, okay, to do something, or you help an animal or whatever, right? Now, we have approximately different structures, but there is one verb that is practical, that is very accessible to be used with both structures. We have the verb help. Now, take a look on this part. There is always a subject, okay? There is always a subject. Make sure that we follow this structure whenever we use these verbs. But in some cases, because I have heard likewise North Americans making a lot of mistakes, they sometimes say something like this: I make my little brother to do the work for me, and that is not correct. You say, I make my little brother do the work for me. You see, in some cases we use only the base form of the verbs. In some cases we use the infinitive, which is to plus the verb. Now, there is an extra verb, of course. There is an extra verb. But when we talk and we use these verbs, make, have, let, help, get, and pretty much help, because we can use it in both structures, we have to be very careful when it comes to the part of speaking and writing. Why? Because these verbs are kind of tricky. In most cases, we misuse them whenever we talk, okay? Now, take a look at the structure of these 4 or 5 verbs. We got make, have, let, and help. Okay. Basically, we already have the usage here. Okay, make sure that we use them with a subject, then we use the verb, then we use an object, and then there is no necessity to use an infinitive, which is to plus the verb. And finally, like a complement if it's possible. If it's not, no problem. For example, we say, they make animals learn tricks. We never say they make animals to learn. So, ellos hacen que los animales aprendan trucos. Okay, so let me give you one example. For example, I always make my brother do my homework, which is not good. But just in case, I used to do it when I was a kid. Well, actually, my brother used to do it with me. I'm the youngest one, unfortunately. So he used to make me do his homework for him. Never he used to make me to do his homework for him. Never. Okay? So pretty much the structure in these four verbs, in the other verb that we use, it has to be only the base form. For example, they have animals learn tricks. In Spanish, this makes no sense. Ellos tienen animales aprender trucos. No, no, no. Pretty much decimos ellos hacen que los animales también. Also with the verb have. For example, you say, oh yes, I have my mom do the laundry on Sundays. Oh, mi mamá hace la lavandería o hace la lavada de ropa los domingos, por así decir, okay? Or for example, you say something like, you know what? I have my roommate help me with some translation or with something, whatever. So pretty much we have to be very familiarized with the structure, that we don't use a to plus the verb, which is the infinitive, when it comes to these four verbs specifically. We say a classical verb, let me help you. You don't say let me to help you. No, you say let me help you, or let me do my work, or I am going to let you do whatever you want. Never I am going to let you to do. Never. Okay? So pretty much no infinitive when it comes to these four verbs. Okay? They let animals learn tricks and they help animals learn tricks. But help can be used, as you can see, with both structures. Okay? You can perfectly add to plus a verb which is an infinitive, or you can just use it without the infinitive. You can tell me something like, Aaron, can you help me do my homework? Or Aaron, can you help me to do my homework? You can say both. Okay? At least for this part, you can say both. But you cannot say like, Aaron, can you let me to do my homework? No. Can you let me do? Never the infinitive. Only the verb. Only the structure, which is the base form. Now, the other two verbs, get and help, which is shared with both structures, you use them with an infinitive. For example, they get animals to learn tricks. Okay? They help animals to learn tricks. In both ways, we can perfectly use an infinitive or to plus the verb. I guess we understood that we know what an infinitive is because we saw it last class. So pretty much, lady and gentlemen, this would be the explanation of the topic. Just let's be careful whenever we use probably the verbs make, have, let, help. Make sure that we don't use an infinitive except with help, the little exception. And when it comes to get, we use an infinitive. These verbs, as I told you, are kind of tricky for a lot of people. As I told you, I have heard North Americans making a lot of mistakes when it comes to these verbs. I know. It's like if we say in Spanish, viera que hubieron bastantes, that's not correct. We say hubo. I know, you may say, nunca se dice hubieron. No, we don't say hubieron. ¿Cuántos casos hubieron en Costa Rica de COVID-19 la semana pasada? We don't say that. ¿Cuántos casos hubo? You see, there are different probably ways of talking that we as Spanish speakers consider that we don't make mistakes when we talk. We do make mistakes, a lot of mistakes. But, we're so used to say all these structures and, grammatical stuff that we consider, no, it's correct, but it's not. So the same happens with North Americans, all right? I have heard a lot of people saying, can you let me to pass, please? Can you let me to pass? And I have to pass, Can you let me pass? Okay? I have my father to do, Probably the shopping with me. No, I have my father do the shopping with me. Yo tengo a mi papá o yo consigo a mi papá para que me ayude con las compras, para que haga las compras conmigo. So pretty much, let's be careful when it comes to these verbs. The topic is not difficult as far as you're familiarized with the structure. Now, topics included in the final exam. The one we saw last class, which is gerunds and infinitives, and finally this topic, nothing else. So I hope you enjoy the rest of your Semana Santa, the rest of your Easter. I know it's going to be probably, kind of weird to be at home. I hope you don't go out. Jaisel, no limon, Jaisel, no limon. You stay here. in una deca, okay? No limón, no beaches, okay? Just in case. And Aaron, sir, no Manuel Antonio, man. I know the other day we had an activity, to talk about Manuel Antonio and all that stuff, in class. But no, we stay at home. We stay at home. Not even going to the rivers. Not even going to the rivers or pools. No ojo de agua, man. No ojo de agua. We stay pretty much at home. Okay, so lady and gentlemen, so pretty much this would be the topic for today's class. If you have any extra doubt, okay, let me know. But you can perfectly go ahead into the part of the exercises. Remember, any extra doubt that you have, let me know, okay? All right, people. Goodbye. I'll see you.